whiskey.
I'm an ex-whiskey whisperer too. Yeah.
Much too complex. Too complex. Much too complex. Too complex. Too complex. Too complex.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Whiskey and Real Estate. I have Chris back with me as my co-host, and I have a very special episode and a special guest, Christine. I'll introduce her in a second, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be introducing why Kelowna is the place to be right now if you're thinking of moving from an outer city or province. Along with that, we have a whole bunch of whiskey we're drinking. All of it, except for the Aberfeldy, is from the Okanagan. We have the Wyatt from Myhr, a Vernon whiskey, it's a rye, and a Barefaced, which is actually pretty neat. And then on top of that, we're going to throw in the Aberfeldy 21 into the mix. We're going to do a blind taste test. And Christine, how professional are you with whiskey?
Not very professional. I mean, I've had whiskey before, but mostly the, Jack Daniels and stuff, so it'll be interesting.
So let's see if she can identify the difference between a Okanagan whiskey and an Aberfeldy, which is about a $350 bottle. Chris over here,
The champion, you mean?
6 for 6.
Six for six. They all know. They saw it.
Yeah.
You know.
I know he can spot out the Aberfeldy, but let's see if he can do it with 3 other Okanagan whiskeys. All right, let's go. So, Christine, thank you for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about who you are and why you wanted to come on the show.
So I'm the co-founder and co-leader of the Kelowna Homes team with my business partner, Matthew Bedard. We are a team of 12 realtors servicing mostly central Okanagan. We will expand a little bit outside of that for some people, but we like to stay in our market where we're experts, right?
Of course.
We finished top 1% in Canada for all of Roll Page this year. So we were pretty proud of that. And also number 3 in BC for all of Roll Page as well. So.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we grew pretty quickly, but we're really happy with how it's been and where we are right now, and pretty proud of what we've accomplished.
Super
That's
impressive.
a big one.
So let's get into the whiskey, and then we'll get on with some questions about Kelowna.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Okay, so Chris.
Yeah, show me what's good.
Christine. And yeah, let's see if I can actually improve my score here. We're not doing 6, we're only
Can't
doing
do a
4.
lot worse, bro. Can't do a lot worse.
All right.
All right. Cheers, guys.
What would be the number one reason people would want to move to Kelowna?
Honestly, I mean, obviously from the accent. I'm not from Kelowna.
Not born and raised in Kelowna.
No!
Is that Austrian?
Yeah, no, that's French. But yeah. So honestly, number one reason, lifestyle. Kelowna has it all. You have the lake. You have access to top ski mountains in the world.
Yep.
So if you're into skiing or snowboarding, it's really easy. Big White's 45 minutes away. Golfing, we have some of the best golf courses, the wineries, and Kelowna has everything a big city has, but you don't have the hustle and bustle of the big city. You don't have the hours spent in traffic. You don't have to, you can be home at 5:30 and be with your family at night instead of spending, 2 hours in traffic and getting home at 7:30 and then getting...
You're not living Vancouver driving style.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I think that's why we have 40% of our buyers in Kelowna that are from out of town. 15% of those are from the lower mainland. And I think what attracts them, lifestyle for sure. We have better air quality as well. But mostly our price values. So in metropolitan Vancouver, the average price for all homes combined is $1.14 million. For our market, the average price of a single family home is $670, a condo's $325, and a townhouse is $475. Yes, it is expensive compared to other places in Canada, but compared to Toronto, Vancouver, those big metropolitans,
and you guys still have
attractive.
the amenities that go with
We do.
a bigger place like that, right?
Plus, you don't need to have a house and a cottage when you live in Kelowna because it's living at the lake house year long.
You got both.
Point.
You got both. There you go.
Okay, before we get to the second one, then let's finish
What do you guys
off this
think?
shot.
What do you guys think?
I think I have this one. I think I have it. I have the taste. We'll see.
Bold. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
It's not bad. I mean, I'm not a whiskey drinker. It did not burn me, so I think that's good, actually. tastes pretty good.
There you go. Look at you.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with this one too.
The Aberfeldy.
Yeah,
Ooh.
pretty smooth, but not tasteless.
Okay. Hey, calling out the big cat right out the gate. I like
that's
that.
some smart
Right?
observations for.
There you go. There you
Okay. Next one up then. Christine. She's doing the trick I told her. So
I got coached a little bit.
you blow out the alcohol aroma, then you get to actually like. Ooh.
Yep. There's a little bit of a smell to this one.
Ooh. Looks like there's a lot of flavor in that glass, Christine.
I almost had a tear come out.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
But all right, so when it comes to the difference between the Lower Mainland and Kelowna is the weather, and some people would say that the weather in the Lower Mainland is amazing because you just get rain and sun. You don't have anything else often, anyways. But the weather in Kelowna, I would say, is my favorite next to Kamloops. So
Of course, next to Kamloops.
I have to put that in there.
Of course. But yes, Kelowna's weather, we have 4 seasons, and they are all amazing. So the summer is great. The winter is mild, but we still get snow. We still get the fluffy stuff. It goes away. It snows again. It goes away. But all you have to do is drive 40 minutes to Big White. You get the sun shining and lots of snow. Like we do actually, Big White gets tons of snow. So for skiing or snowboarder fans out there, we have that. And for the people that don't like winter, the average temperature on a Kelowna winter day is probably -5 degrees, which is not bad at all when you compare to, Toronto or Calgary.
Well, if you're
or
living in
North.
Canada, you're dealing with winter. It's
Yeah,
part of the
somewhere.
deal. It's part of the deal. It's going to get cold. It's probably going to snow a little bit. So, you got to compare.
You
apples
don't
to
need
apples
winter
here.
boots and you do not need gloves in Kelowna.
Right.
Basically, you can get into your car in the morning and your hands will not freeze. And I remember the first time I flew into Kelowna in the winter is March, and I got off the plane. First of all, I'm like, oh my god, they're making us get outside. Like, what?
You flew in from Saskatchewan, and your accent's
I
Saskatchewan.
know, it's Quebec. I flew in from Quebec. Je viens de Quebec.
Yeah.
And then I got out, and first thought that goes through my mind is like, the air is not freezing inside my face
Doesn't
right
hurt
now.
to be here.
It does not, exactly, right? And then I'm not wearing gloves, not wearing my winter jacket because I put it in my, check bag. And I was like, oh my, I love this place. So yeah, and then the summers, they last April to end of September. You can be on the lake, even sometimes later. In October, if we have a good year, you'll be on the lake. Or hiking, or doing some of your favorite outdoor activities. And we do have this thing in Kelowna called the Okanagan Trifecta, which is usually done at the end of March, last week of March. So people go up to Big White in the morning, they snowboard, then they come down to Kelowna, they golf, and then they go on the lake.
Last week of March. It's right now.
Yeah, because it could
Let's
be,
go, let's get
it's
at it.
gonna be maybe 0 up at Big White, still snow, but it's gonna be maybe 18
Let's do it.
in Kelowna. Yeah, it's
Trifecta.
amazing. It's amazing. The Okanagan Trifecta, or Kelowna
Let's finish it
Trifecta.
up at
Road
a
trip.
distillery.
Road trip. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everyone is moving from outer areas. So Calgary is moving here. Lower Mainland. It just seems like they're coming in like packs to Kamloops. I'm sure you get a good split in that. In Kelowna as well.
15% of our out-of-town buyers, so 40% of our market is out-of-town buyers,
Wow.
15% is Lower Mainland. It used to be the opposite. We used to have 20% from Alberta. Now with the oil market not being as good as it was, that changed. Now it's more like 5-7% Alberta people, but the Lower Mainland has definitely, why wouldn't they? We don't get the rain, our houses are way cheaper, and we have a way better lifestyle.
Yeah, so obviously the reason people are moving to Kamloops and Kelowna, the opportunities are growing there as well.
Oh, totally. So our city has this 20-year roadmap that they've implemented, and they started, I'm going to say maybe 5 years ago, with the installation of this black fiber loop. And for people who don't know, and I might not be explaining this properly because I'm not a techie at all, but I've been told it is the fastest internet network that you can have, and it's needed for the tech industries to be able to, especially live animation, to be able to communicate with overseas, but be actually real time.
Okay.
And Kelowna has that, and usually only the big metropolitan cities invest in that kind of internet network or
For sure.
black fiber. And the fact that we have that, we've become this hub for tech industries. That was the city's plan. Instead of going to Vancouver, where real estate is super expensive, and people don't necessarily want to move there because it's busy, they come to Kelowna now, and they can buy a building for way less and attract really qualified employees because of what Kelowna has to offer.
Yeah.
So in 2016, Kelowna was voted one of the best place to build and grow a business.
Oh.
And since then, like the growth of UBCO, we've seen every year a bigger percentage of graduates from the university stay in Kelowna because there actually are more and more jobs, and not just more jobs in line with what most people are studying at the university. Exactly. So that's been huge for us. Also, the Innovation Center, which I think was completed, I'm going to say last year or the year before, which serves as a tech hub. So a lot of the technology startups are in that building, and they have all the help and the mentorship and the government grants and all that stuff to start.
They're incubated there.
They're incubated, exactly. It's a tech incubator.
Yeah.
And they used to move away, and now they stay. So it used to be that you didn't really move to Kelowna or Kamloops when you're from Vancouver, because although the lifestyle and all that's amazing, you can't find that job that gives you the same income or the level of income that you need to keep your your
lifestyle,
way of living
way you
that
want
you
to
have.
live.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas now you come to Kelowna, you take the equity out of your house in Vancouver, because we all know it went like this.
Way up.
You get 4 times the house for less money, and you still have the same salary.
Right.
So I feel like that's a win-win, right?
Yeah, that's a good
Win-win-win.
That's actually pretty nice about Kelowna.
And the thing
Obviously.
is that, I'm not saying that local companies aren't good, but we all know when you're a startup and you're local, you don't have that capital or that cash flow to pay your employees. But we have pretty big, multinational companies buying or setting up shop in Kelowna now, and of course they have the capital. So yeah, it's a really good plan by our city, and it's actually been going really well. And in the 7 years that I've lived there, I've seen a massive difference.
Nice. Well, that was the last one, so let's line it up where we think they go. Yeah.
I'm actually pretty confident about this. We'll see.
Yeah, well, I'm born confident, so
Yeah,
I'm ready to
we'll
go.
see. We'll see.
We have 0, and I'm so confident. I'm
Okay.
excited for this.
Yeah, right?
See how I did.
Fun part.
My
Fun
first
part.
time drinking whiskey.
All right, so we are all tallied up on the score here, and all I want to do is get that Aberfeldy. I just want to know where that Aberfeldy is. I hope I got it right this time. I don't know though.
Ooh, good poker face there.
So Chris, how did I do?
Well, Nate, you still don't have a taste for the Aberfeldy. You still don't know the Aberfeldy. However, you did double your score from last blind taste test to the 2 for 4. You got the Wyatt and the Steel down. The lighter whiskeys.
So
seem
again,
to
so the
be
Bareface.
distinct to you.
Bareface is like a $58, $59 bottle. I will stick to that and just
Considerably smooth.
Skip
It is
the
considerably
Aberfeldy.
smooth.
and flavorful.
And flavorful. Yeah.
I didn't think the bear face was smooth.
Well, maybe she's the expert, but let's see.
Who
What
knows?
did
Yeah, let's
Christine
see.
score?
Let's see what I
Interesting
scored.
segue into the next.
You guys
Ooh.
both 4 for 4.
Oh!
What is good? Let's give it a
No
high five,
way.
Christine. Yeah, girl. Atta
Wow.
girl.
Good for you.
I have to give you, I think you are part of the victory here, because you did give me tips a little bit. You're like, this one's lighter, this one's distinct, this one's full and might hurt when it goes down.
That is
And-
very gracious of you to say.
But honestly, you did give me very good tips.
Impressive.
That's the only reason I got them all. I brought a little surprise.
Oh,
I
surprise,
love
surprise.
Kelowna, and Kelowna is home, but I am an original Quebecer. It just is where my roots
Boisseau?
are.
Quebec?
Boisseau?
Quebec.
That's
yeah.
Quebec?
So I brought this bottle.
Whoa, look at this.
Yay.
Okay, Okay.
whiskey that you find in Quebec. And they might have it in Ontario. I haven't yet to find it in BC. There's not much in the bottle left, but I brought what I have left.
Most of our bottles.
And I just wanted you guys to taste it and tell me what you think.
I think Christine's making her way back into a repeat episode as well. Look at this.
I'd be
100%.
Look at this. All
happy
right.
to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. So this
Oh,
is
smells
a
French.
maple whiskey. Not sure what that means.
So I'll post up. I'll learn out what it is, and I'll post it up in somewhere on the screen here on what this is, so you can go search it out. And let's see how.
Yeah,
it
get
goes.
your en français whiskey on.
Smooth and sweet. Isn't that delicious? Seriously?
Is it a maple whiskey?
Whoa.
Yeah.
It tastes like.
Like maple syrup.
Tastes more maple than whiskey.
Right?
Oh yeah.
This
You
is
put-
dangerous.
Pour that on pancakes.
Oh.
Well done.
Cheers.
Fantastic
Thanks for
surprise.
having me.
Yeah,
Thanks for
absolutely.
coming on. If you haven't already, subscribe, go in the comments, let us know what you thought of this video. Head over to her social media, make sure you give them a follow, their team. Great people. And as always, you'll see us again. All right, thanks guys. Bye.